Here is a heater, warm and cold air blower. It's for cars, 12 volt. That's a 12 volt plug, 150 watts. That's the heat which is coming out from the left side of this unit. It can blow warm air and cold air. Aeroterma, that's in Romanian. It has a switch for turning the power on and off, plus the cold air on one side and warm air on the other side. It has a foldable handle. The handle is this one on the right side. You can rotate it and pull it out. It has a base plate. You can remove that one if you are using the handle. It has a fuse 10 amps that probably is inside the connector. Okay, let's open it. By the way, this car has a plug which is connected directly to the battery. So this is not connected to where it is, to those fuses in this Renault Espace. I already opened this box. It has a sticker, double-sided sticky foam, and a manual. That's the manual, completely in Romanian, because I bought it in Romania. The heater looks like this. That's the size. Here we have the fan, that is the cold air, zero, that is turned off in the center, and heat on the left side. And this is opening, so you can use it like so from the handle. That's the heating element here on the left side, only there, not here. Here's the handle. You can remove this base plate, just slide it forward and it comes off. It has a ball here and you can rotate it in almost any direction and just slide it in here. So it's 12 volts, 150 watts. So for now, let's just place it there and plug in this one. That's a screw, that's not an LED. No LED here. And it's silent. That means it's barely doing anything. That's the cold air. Air is drawn in here and blown out there. And it's even more silent when it's blowing warm air. Now it's getting warm. It's getting warmer. My hand is so yellow on the camera. But the air here is warm. That much surface. Here you cannot feel almost anything. A little bit of heat. To use it as a hair dryer, it's pretty difficult. I mean, it's warm, but it barely has any airflow. It's not burning. Maybe later. It's more than nothing. Did this heat up? The tip is a little bit warm. Just a little bit. Now here's an adapter from 220 volts to 12 volts DC, and this is outputting 12 volts at just 10 amps. That would be 120 watts, whereas this consumes 150 watts. But let's see what will happen. It's connected. Fan, that's the cold air. It sounds like that. Warm air, it's much more silent. It's getting warm. The adapter is not smoking yet. LED is on. It doesn't change. A tiny amount is dimming. It's getting warmer and warmer. Do not cover it because it will overheat, I think. So only the left side is heating. On my face I feel almost cold air. So till it reaches my face, it cools down. But here it's warm. So this is pretty decent. It's not warm at all, not yet. The construction is pretty okay. It's pretty solid, it's not squeaking. Sturdy. Only this metal is moving. It's running for a few minutes and That was the maximum temperature inside, because if I read the plastic it's around 24, but if I get somehow closer, and it's getting hotter, around 60 degrees. So you will not get too much heat out of this, but at least it's not consuming too much. It's not blowing the fuses. Now let's see. The tip is warm again. It's not burning, but it's warm. You can use it as a hair dryer, although the airflow and the temperature is pretty low. Do not put it down that way, because it cannot suck air. But on the other side, there is nothing there. Nothing on the side or on the back. Only on the top and on the front. And my adapter is getting warm. So better shut it off, because this is consuming more than this can provide. The adapter is consuming 0.4 watts. Now I will power it on the fan first and then on the heat. The fan is consuming 4.7 watts minus 0.4, because that's the adapter's consumption. And the heat is consuming around 80 watts. It's going down. Maybe the adapter can provide enough power. Minus 0.4. Around 78 watts are being consumed by the heat. So from this adapter is consuming around 78 watts, but theoretically it should consume around double that much, 150. Now it's connected to a 12 volt car battery. Let's see what will it do, because the battery was not charged for a long time. That's the cold. That's the warm, and it's getting warm. Even the discharge battery can power it. Ooh, it's getting even warmer, burning, so the car battery is better. Car battery is pretty discharged, 11.89 volts, 11.9. Cold air, 86, 85. Warm air, oops, 10 volts, and still hot. Now let's use an amp meter, DC amp meter, UT204 plus. Let's connect it to the minus. Cold air is using 0.303 amps, at least on the negative, 0.1 on the positive, so the truth is somewhere in the middle, 0.3. Ooh, 7, 8 amps, 9 amps at 10.8 volts. Amps are going up. 9.8 on this one. 10 there. 10 amps at 10 volts. That's around 100 watts. And it's hotter. Ouch. It's almost too hot to keep my hand there. It's definitely better than my adapter. 9.9. Much hotter. Ow. It's even burning. Ow. If you keep it too much, it is burning. That's with the discharged battery. Cool it down a little bit. So you have to put it only around one wire, either the minus or the plus. If you put it around both of them, you don't get anything. 0.06 versus 9.9. One wire, 10 amps, plus and minus, that is two wires. 0 amps, one is cancelling out the other. And let's try a portable power source. It also has a 12 volt outlet. It's a bit warm, 75% charged. That plug of the box is pretty bad. I have to move it left in order to make contact. DC was enabled, which is that one. Cold air, output not even an amp, but now it's consuming more. 118, 26 watts. That sounds pretty good, and it's pretty burning. It's not 150, ouch, it's burning, but at least it's working from an external battery. It's consuming around 128, 27 watts. Ouch. You can use it as a hair dryer, almost wireless, because this has no wire. DC off, everything is off. It goes back to 0. Yes, usually this is getting hotter, because I'm not sure why, but that plug is not too good. Suck it.